Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am coming to you from a very cold and snowy Helsinki. I am here late January 2022, and I'm only here for 2 nights for work, but I'm gonna try and put together a kind of short and sweet travel vlog because I love this city and I'm hoping I have a little bit of time in between meetings to show you some fun bits as well as some delicious food. So I just checked into my hotel, the Glo Art Hotel, or Glo Hotel Art. I've actually stayed here before and I've actually done a dedicated hotel room review on this. I think actually wearing the same sweater. But I'm gonna do a quick spin because I actually think the room that I'm in this time is nicer. So I'm gonna weave in a little hotel review into this travel vlog as well as what I get up to. So if that sounds good, let's jump in and I will give you a quick tour of the room. All right, so this is what you see when you walk into the room. We have a really nice mirror here, hello, which cheekily on the inside has an ironing board and some cozy little slippers. I think that you could actually make this room an adjoining room with the one next door, which is quite nice if you're traveling with kids. But this is the bed, which is really the same size as the one the last time. But what's different is I actually have a dedicated desk this time, which I am super excited about. I just spent the past like 2 hours working from this desk, which was very useful. I do have a flat screen TV, which I never seem to turn on. And then some other bits to show you. These are actually really cool lights at the side of the bed, which I think you can switch off. Yep, switch off, switch on. And then what's also really nice is you have these like little nightstands here with plugs to charge your phone, lights over the bed, and something else that is new this time is I have a whole kind of closet area out here, which is great. You've got the in-room safe down there, some coffee and tea making kind of things, and then you just have a little kind of closet in here, which storage on that side, a few hangers on this side, and then the other exciting thing about my room this time is the bathroom is so much nicer. I don't know why that's not focusing. Okay. Here we go. As said, the bathroom is so much nicer. So I've got kind of this like little bit of a modesty wall between la toilette and the sink kind of area, which is very nice. And I've got a bathtub this time, which is really cool. They did ask me upon check-in if I wanted a room with a tub, and I said, sure, why not? Something different to experience. I was noticing in planning for this trip, I was like, wow, like all of my favorite restaurants in Helsinki are listed as temporarily closed. I'm like, this is very strange. Has the pandemic had a very kind of tough effect on Helsinki? Well, what I learned when I checked in is that apparently all restaurants are now like legally required to close at 6 p.m. So they can do like takeaway or like delivery apps, but you can't actually go sit in a restaurant after 6 p.m. And I was like, oh, it just kind of ruins part of my trip. So that's really sad. I did download the Wolt, W-O-L-T app, and I did see a bunch of restaurants I wanted to try on there, so we can do a little bit of restaurant reviews via takeaway. And obviously I'm gonna be able to go out for lunch and stuff during the day. So I don't think all is lost, but yeah, it's they said at least for now, and obviously do your research before you come. They said that this regulation is in place until the end of January. So obviously if you know, this video will last on the internet for a lot longer than that. I don't even know if I'll post this before end of January. So just do your research, you know, when you come to Helsinki and see what the scoop is. But I still want to go try and see and explore some things. So first and foremost, I was gonna go, it's snowing outside, and I just needed a little bit of a walk after like traveling all day. So I'm gonna go brave the elements and let's go check out a little bit of Helsinki in the snow. By the way, I actually forgot to mention this. I did cover this in my last hotel review, but the Glo Hotel Art does do a special kind of cause marketing program where you can purchase this very cute little creature for 19 euros, and it actually supports the a local wild animal shelter in Finland. So very, very, very cute. All right, before I go out into the winter wonderland that is Finland, I thought I would just share like what I packed / what I'm wearing. Not so much as like a fashion blogger thing, but as a what do you pack when it's winter in Helsinki kind of thing, because you know, some people want to know. So I'm also from a really snowy, cold place called Boston, Massachusetts in the United States. So I feel like I was designed to thrive in Finland because I've survived many a cold winter. So I would say definitely a very warm hat, really good, oversized, cozy scarf. I'm wearing a North Face like down. Basically, it's the equivalent of like a down comforter kind of jacket. Not the most flattering, but super warm, and has a great hood. So like when it's snowing or it's really freezing, you almost get like 2 hats out of it and keeps your head dry, which is super important. And then I put some jeans on, and I only brought like my light kind of, these are Lands' End kind of light kind of like all-weather winter kind of snow boots. I didn't bring my super heavy-duty sorrel boots, but I'm gonna see how I get on with these, because I did look at the weather forecast and it said it was only supposed to be around like 1 inch of snow, so from the looks of it on the drive-in it was more than that, but let's just see how we get on, and hopefully if we're slipping and sliding then it's not going to be a very long walk, but let's head out. Oh, and obviously I forgot to mention really warm pair of gloves. This should be obvious to you, but très importante. And then just lots of warm layers. You can see I'm wearing a huge oversized sweater, and you could put like some base layers on if you are someone who gets really cold. So let's go see how we do. So I started my walk outside of the Glo Art Hotel. I went down to Boulevardy, which is a very lovely street in Helsinki. The trams run on it, and I just made my way to kind of the center of Helsinki, and it was just so nice to see Boulevardy all lit up. There's still kind of what I would view some like Christmas lights, or some people might call them fairy lights, but it was really nice to see that it was still kind of festive and lit up. I went into an area where there's like an old church, really just seeing all of the snow and enjoying Helsinki kind of all lit up at night. I then made my way over to where the Stockmann department store is. I had made a mental note to try and go back in there on my like return back to the hotel, because in the basement level they have like a food market and like a grocery store, and you know, I didn't know with the rules closure if maybe some of the food stalls would be open for takeaway, or if I just wanted to go to the grocery store and pick up some snacks, I could do that. But sadly, when I did pass back through, despite it saying that it was open until 9 p.m. on Google Maps, it was not, so that didn't happen. But after going past the Stockman department store, which really had the most, not the department store itself, but like the area around it, had the most spectacular lights displays, which was really a treat to see. I went and walked all the way down Esplanade, which is a public park, and it's kind of like a public park with a divided highway, so there's roads on each side of it, but then you walk all the way through this pedestrian path in the middle, and it was very beautifully lit up at night. It almost made me feel like it was still Christmas, because there is a famous statue. I will leave the name of it down below. And the statue in front of it had illuminated reindeer and even a Santa sleigh. So I guess there's a joke in there that you can't come to Finland without seeing a reindeer, number one. And then number two, they were hugely massive reindeer. So obviously the reindeer are bigger in Finland. I don't know, I just made that up. It's probably a dumb joke, but I really enjoyed seeing that. Then I walked all the way down over more towards the waterfront area and just enjoyed kind of taking in some of the sights there, but I didn't walk too far in just because I was starting to get quite cold by then, and I really wanted to see the Helsinki Cathedral. So after a little bit of exploring, I turned the corner, went down the street, and found myself faced with the Grand Dam of Helsinki, which is Helsinki Cathedral. Helsinki Cathedral is a gorgeous historic cathedral. I've actually never been inside of it, so it's very much on my bucket list, but I always find myself wandering through to take in just seeing the cathedral, and I've actually never seen it all lit up at night. So I actually think compared to seeing it during the day, it was extra special to see it at night, because I didn't realize that there were these beautiful painted, almost like stars on some of the smaller tops of the cathedral, which was really lovely to see. Hello from Helsinki Cathedral. If you hear noise behind me, it's the tram going by. Really nice walk so far. I am getting a bit cold, so I'm kind of walking around like this, which works. But yeah, Helsinki is so beautiful at night, so it's been really nice to get out, get some fresh air, and to enjoy it. After I then made my way back towards Stockman, sadly, as mentioned, it was not open, and I just decided to beeline it back towards my hotel. And I actually stopped at K Market, which is just a grocery store kind of chain here in Helsinki, because there's one just one block from the hotel. And I'm gonna show you my grocery store haul, because restaurants may not be open. It was getting to be more like a little after 8 at that point, so I'm not hungry enough to order like a big meal from takeaway, as much as I would like to support local restaurants and also wait for it to get delivered. So I just decided to get some things to snack on, so I'll show you. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Grocery store haul, the Helsinki edition. Okay, so what did we get? We got some still water. we got, even though the water really is fine to drink here, but I brought, hilariously I brought a reusable water bottle, so I guess now I can fill it up with this. I got a croissant that's called a salami pizza croissant. We definitely have to try that. It looked really good. And then, oh, hope I didn't mash this up. I got this like vegan falafel salad, which looks pretty good as well, to have some greens and something healthy to snack on. And then I got some blueberries as a snack. And then I got myself a kind of a green smoothie. Let's see what I work my way through, but yeah, not too bad for my first evening in Helsinki. In case you were wondering, here is the salami pizza croissant. And yeah, we're going to tuck into this bad boy momentarily. All right, you are balancing on a wine bottle that I'm not drinking. It came with the hotel. Oh geez, my hair looks all kinds of unruly after the walk. Okay, ready? I don't want to get this everywhere, so I'm gonna do this off camera. Oh yeah, it's a crumbly one. Oh wow, so it really is like, I don't know if you can see that, some salami and like tomato sauce inside. Looks good though. I'm a fan of savory croissants. That was a good choice. See you tomorrow. Hey guys, so day 2 in Helsinki, and it has been a day of eating and lots of work. I didn't end up going out tonight after work. And I'll tell you why in a minute, but before we get started, let's recap the day. So I started the day with breakfast at the Glo Hotel Art. They have the loveliest breakfast room, but I literally only had 10 minutes to eat before I had to meet a colleague very early for coffee meeting, which was good. But I wanted to give it a shout out because it really is lovely and I can't wait to enjoy more of it tomorrow. So I had a tiny breakfast of like some cereal and muesli with a kind of banana mango smoothie, which was nice. And then I went out to one of the Fazer locations, which is a cafe. I went to one that's actually 20 minutes outside of like the center of Helsinki, but I'll link the one that's in central Helsinki. It's probably more relevant if you're coming in. And that was really cool. I had actually never been to any of their locations before, and the coffee was fantastic. I had an oat milk vanilla latte, and because I had only had a very tiny rushed breakfast in the hotel, I got myself a blueberry chia seed pudding, which came with, I think, some almond butter, and the blueberry had like some cardamom mixed in, and was very nice, and a nice round out to the breakfast situation. And then I did not film lunch, but now, because I decided not to go out tonight because I'm just too tired. I was working until calls until 7 p.m. and I just finished and was like sleepy. So I think what my plan is now is I need to fill out my passenger locator form for the UK. Because I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna eat some dinner, but I got this from this place called Fafa's, so today is eating meals at places that start with an F, and it's a falafel place, so dinner delivery food hall, courtesy of Wolt. Let's see, we have, oh, it doesn't look the most glamorous for the camera, rude. We have, let me flip you over. I gotta be really careful because this is on the bed that I'm sleeping on tonight. Okay, are you ready? This is my vegan meze assortment. I will maybe pop that open when I put it on the desk and show you. And then inside here, I've got some halloumi French fries with some tzatziki and some pita. So let's unwrap that. Yeah, got a little mushed up in transit, but oh, that light is actually not good. Okay, there we go. So, got a little mushed up in transit, but honestly, I'm so hungry. This looks amazing. It's a little after 8 right now, and these are the halloumi fries. I got the small portion, so yes. Although, really hope there's some cutlery in here. Oh, are you kidding me? How am I supposed to eat that if there's no cutlery? I think I have to go walk all the way back downstairs to see if they have some cutlery. Sorry, Walt, and sorry, Fafas. That is not cool. But I guess most of the people they're delivering to are people who live at home with kitchens, so BRB, but I'm definitely gonna have a halloumi fry or two first to give me the strength to keep going back downstairs. Success! Thank goodness, because if there was no cutlery, I don't know what I was gonna do, but now it's time to eat. All right, I don't know if you can hear me over the water, but the last mission of the day is to fill up this gorgeous bathtub here at Glo Art Hotel and to enjoy it. So, feel more relaxed already. Hey guys, so my last day in Helsinki was a very productive one. I started my morning again with a lovely breakfast at the Glo Hotel Art. I just think they do such a nice breakfast here, and it's included in the room rate, or at least the room rate that I purchased. So that was wonderful. I love their breakfast room. They also have a trolley stand with to-go, for to-go kind of coffee, and you can even take like a little brown paper bag with some breakfast items. Like obviously you can't put scrambled eggs in there, but you know, you get the idea where you could put like a pastry or two and just have some things to snack on, which I love the spirit of that, because I would be the person to like steal something to go from the breakfast buffet. Why not just politely allow travelers to take a little mini croissant or two for a snack later? Love that. But actually, before I kind of get to the next point, I just wanted to finish up on the Glo Hotel Art, because now it's my second time staying there, and both experiences were really good ones. It's a very beautiful and historic hotel. It has like a castle-like facade, which is really cool, but the rooms are very new and modern, as you saw in my hotel room review. But when you walk into the lobby, you get that kind of historic sense of kind of the building, and it's quite a cool and dramatic entrance. And if there weren't the regulations in place, there are all these kind of tables and chairs and a little bar in the lobby, so you really could kind of meet a friend there or just hang out with your traveling companion over a glass of wine in the evenings, which would be so lovely. So would I stay there again? Absolutely. I think it's a great location, great service, and I really liked my room on this visit so much better than the previous visit because I had that dedicated desk space. So I think if you were coming and you needed to do some work, I would just recommend putting a note in your booking to ask for it. If you don't ask, you don't get. So rest of the day was pretty uneventful. As mentioned, I had a lot of work to do. I jetted off to the airport at 5 p.m. I had a 7:30 flight. And the great thing about flying in and out of Helsinki is it's really only like 30-ish minutes to the airport driving, even in rush hour traffic. So we were also driving to the airport and it was like snowing quite a bit, but no issues with my flight, which was great. And sadly, the restrictions at the airport were just like in the city, where after 6 p.m. you can't sit down at a restaurant. But in an airport context, I would give a tiny bit of feedback of saying it just pushes all the people into communal seating areas, which I think is goes against the spirit of the regulations of wanting people to social distance. So I might gently suggest to the folks in power in Helsinki that if the regulations do continue, you might want to have a look at that, because I would have rather socially distanced, and it was really hard to because you couldn't sit down at a restaurant. I would have rather like only have like a few tables very far apart open so we could more spread out equally than be like crammed into one area, but all good. Took my flight back to London, no issues there. Did my lateral flow tests. I get some through the NHS. You can just kind of request them through the NHS. So I was just testing myself for the next few days and no issues with COVID or anything, which is great. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of random Helsinki travel vlog. I think what you can take away from this is travel is not always gonna go to plan. COVID is still very much a factor in our everyday lives and our travels, and it's really up to how we kind of roll with the regulations versus being frustrated by them. That really can make or break a travel experience. And as you saw in this video, because we couldn't really go and do much, I just decided to go for a long walk in the snow. And if I had had energy and finished my meetings earlier, I would have gone to the Stockman department store and done a bit of shopping. So there were still things you could do, including having breakfasts and lunches out. So not the end of the world, but not completely the experience I had hoped. But hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon.